Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mamadou Diallo. If we never met before, I am a full-time real estate investor. Been doing this for over 3 years, fix and flips, buying homes, Airbnbs, you name it, raising private capital. And people ask me all the time, hey Mamadou, how can we do deals with you and your team? Well, one of the ways is I have people nationwide that reach out to us. They have motivated sellers and they need help closing those sellers. And so the call you're about to listen is a lady named Dion. She's in the Florida market. She reached out to me. She have 2 properties, 2 sellers that are motivated, ready to go. One of them is a pre-foreclosure, meaning the seller is behind on their mortgage. And so she need my help to help stop the auction. Explain we're trying to buy this property not traditionally but using creative finance. So we're gonna buy it by taking over the underlying loan, subject to the seller is gonna leave the mortgage on their name and we're just gonna take over responsibility of the monthly payments. And so she want me to explain, help structure the deal, guide her through it, help close the deal. And then the second one is a performing Airbnb. And we're gonna do also a little bit of a creative finance strategy as well, is where we're able to give the seller 50% down, go to a traditional lender, and then have the seller finance the remaining 50% on the second position. Guys, you guys wanna hear this call. So I'm just breaking it down to her, telling her how we need to structure it and all that fun stuff and get it done. So stay tuned and leave a comment below if you get a value out of it. I'm about to call a lady, her name is Dion. We're about to partner up on a couple of deals in the Houston, it's not the Houston market, I think it's in the Florida market. One is a pre-foreclosure subject to, and the other one is a potential mortgage method. A high performing Airbnb apparently, but she needs help structuring the deal.
You there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I got like 5 minutes. So
all right, so the fast version is right now all we had set in stone is cash. When I talked to the realtor, at one point there was an offer that came in, but it was below the 850 and on a split with 50 down and some kind of terms. So I'm trying to, right now, only thing we have before this weekend when they have the open house is the 850 cash. So do we take it or leave it or see what happens? Because it is a profitable, an active, already well appointed, finished with furnishings and everything Airbnb.
Are you talking about buying it 850 cash?
That is the current price. I'm trying to restructure it though.
Okay, so yeah, I'm confused. I thought we were talking about a mortgage method. I'm confused.
No, I know that's what I think everybody wants to.
No, it's fine. I'm just asking, like, what are we talking about? So I know.
That was a conversation that I had, and I'm structuring the deal to give an offer with the mortgage method. But today, the only offer they're accepting is the one they currently have, which is the 850 cash.
Okay, somebody already offered them 850 cash.
No, that's what they're looking for. So, but if we do offer 850 in the mortgage method, I'm happy to do that. But I want to do it before this weekend to see if we can get an agreement.
Got it. Okay, yeah, because we're definitely not buyers at 850 cash. So you can make the offer on the mortgage method, but here's what I'm saying, Dion. A mortgage method, the deal is determined by the terms in the back end. In the front end too, but the front end we wouldn't know until we go talk to our lender, right?
Yeah.
But in the back end, we need to have an idea of what they're open to, because if they're completely unreasonable in the back end, you don't even want to start the process. Because
this is what they were considering. It was just that the total offer was at 800. But I think what we can do, and I'll just say it really fast, 50% down. We offer 30%. The other 50 is going to split into 2, 30 and 20. The 30% is zero finance for 15 years, so we can get our equity down. But we'll balloon at 10, and then the 20% would be at a 6%, which is barely anything on the remaining amount, but at least it does better than a CD. You know what I'm saying? So we're giving her top dollar on the money she's holding, paying her giving her a cash stream, and then giving her cash up front. That's the one I think will work the best out of all the deals I did.
Okay, so sorry, I think I'm slow a little bit. Can you repeat that a little slower?
Okay, so think of it 50, 30, 20. 50 cash. Okay. 30 is zero interest.
30 is zero interest. Where does that 30 come from?
So if you took the 850 price and you split it into 50-50.
So we're giving them 50 down with the asset-based lender.
Yeah, and that's cash.
So that's cash. Hold on, let me pull out a calculator. Let me pull out a calculator. Hold on, give me 1 second. So we have 850 purchase times 50%. We're giving them 425. correct?
Exactly.
Okay, so
Exactly. The
425.
212 some odd numbers. Well, no, 425, and then the remaining 425 split between 30%. Let's start with the 30% at zero finance in 15 years, and look what the amount is that we would be paying as a cash stream to her. Plus, we get to drive down our equity stake in it because we're doing it zero interest.
Yeah, that's where I'm a little lost. What are you, when you say 30%?
So what I'm saying is we're going to pay down that 30% with zero interest, literally just paying it right straight off the equity.
That's 127, right? 30% of the, you're talking about 30% of the remaining 425.
425, yep.
Okay, we pay them 127 what? Right out? Cash?
127 over 10 years.
Okay.
Zero interest.
What happens to the remaining amount?
The remaining, then we're going to do that one as a balloon. But it's going to be with that remaining amount will actually have a 6% interest. Sounds really good, right? So the money that she's not getting paid directly from, at least it's sitting like it's sitting in a CD, but making money. And that will make her happy.
That doesn't make sense, guys. This term doesn't make sense.
What we need the most is we need to have we want the monthly rate to go down, right? So that we can make more cash. Because we can't change the 50% cash she's getting. So we might as well try to get as much cash out of it as we can. So I'm trying to lower the rate. Plus it smooths out our interest rate because if we got 30% of it at zero, and the other 50 is whatever interest rate we have, it helps lower our overall interest rate cost.
Yeah, so honestly, I wouldn't structure it that way.
How would you do it?
So they already got 50% down, okay?
Right.
Nobody out here will give them 50% down.
Right.
They got their full asking. Nobody else will give them that, okay?
Right.
So on the remaining amount is two ways. If they want interest, not a problem. It cannot exceed 3%. That's one.
Okay, fine.
Secondly is on the whole amount, not just on 127. I'm not splitting anything.
Okay, so
now,
just do it on the whole amount. Okay.
On the whole amount, maximum 3%, okay? Yep. And then if they want the interest, it has to be a minimum of 10-year balloon.
Got it already.
And they have to be signed. We cannot send them a monthly check. So we owe all the money at the end of the balloon, but we cannot send them a check if they're charging us interest on the remaining amount.
Okay, I will try that, but I think they were interested in
No, that's the first option. I understand that.
Okay, got it. Perfect.
If they say, hey, for me, I want a monthly cash flow from my remaining equity, which I completely understand, then we can do that, but it has to be 0% interest. We cannot give them interest.
Exactly.
Then at that point, I'd rather give them, okay, on the whole purchase price, I'd rather give them $900,000 instead of $850. Okay? I'm giving you $900,000. I'm still giving you 50% down.
Oh, that is better.
I'm sending you a monthly payment, which I'm going to decide after I go to my first lender and see what my monthly on that is. So I know how much cash I'll still have to play with every single month. So I know exactly how much I can send you, right? Because I need to determine my cash flow.
Right.
Then I'll send you an amount. The balloon have to be 10 years, 100% minimum. That's the minimum, by the way.
Right. Got it.
But 0%, I'm giving you zero interest.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. That's how I would structure it.
That's so much easier. Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Makes sense. Like it. Okay.
There you go.
I'll set it up. I'm gonna push the contract through though. Okay.
No, absolutely, you can. Now remember when you're making a Morbi offer, your language need to be very specific in the contract that is all contingent upon the lender and appraisal.
Okay, got it.
Because we're going to a lender. See, if with the lender it doesn't work out, now we're gonna get 3 different bids from the lenders. But here's what happens. Until we go to the lenders, we don't know yet what our interest rate will be, right? We don't know yet what our monthly payments will be and all the money we have to bring to the table, correct?
Okay, right.
So sometimes you'll start with a lender right now, and in the middle of the transaction, the interest rates go up 1 point and they raise the points on you. Whatever it is. So if the property doesn't appraise or like the lender end up killing the deal, I don't want to lose my earnest money or stuff because of that.
Right. Okay.
So the language need to say contingent upon lender.
Okay, so let me ask you, because one of the things the realtor's saying, and it kind of makes me think that the appraisal stuff is going to be wonky, is that, and what I mean by that is because it's in an ETJ area, but it's highly cash flowing because there's a bunch of Airbnbs back there. I just want you to know that if you're talking to a lender, I know some of them are Airbnb friendly and some of them aren't, so I just want you to know that that's probably a situation here to consider. Okay, so
I already know that, Dion. But every single lender you deal with, I don't care who it is, Airbnb friendly or not, they will appraise the property. Why? Because this is not a multi-family.
All right, well, just know we're already getting that set up, and I will put that in contingent on appraisal and financing.
Yeah, and lender. So the appraisal, we cannot avoid it. That's not, we don't have a choice anyway.
Okay, great.
Okay.
All right, got it. All right,
so
thanks so much.
It doesn't mean when they appraise it, they're not going to lend it based on Airbnb, but they have to appraise it regardless. Now, that's going to help us to know if you're offering way over retail, under retail, or at least we're conservative with the numbers based on market. So I do want an appraisal regardless.
Okay. I think that's the right way to go. All right.
Now, I'm really not going to be available till tomorrow. If I am, I will text you back, but I will be, I'm with Pace's team right now. We're doing some bunch of shit.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going straight forward with these numbers.
All right,
and
cool.
Please don't share it with anybody else.
No, I won't. Please, when you send Jackson to review it. By the way, don't hesitate to blow up Jackson's phone if they're not responding, because like,
Thanks for offering them up.
Bye-bye. As a newbie, sometimes, instead of trying to find a deal, we start chasing a deal, right? If the numbers doesn't make sense, you cannot sit there and try to make them make sense. What I mean by that is you cannot create your offer and your numbers based on what the seller wants. That's not how it works. The way it works is, this is the deal, I know what my exit is, and this is the cash on cash return that I'm looking for, and you structure it based on your exit and what you're trying to accomplish and how much it's going to cost you for your money, what type of lender you're using. That's how you structure the deal. So it doesn't matter what the seller wants, as long as it makes sense, give it to them. But if it doesn't make sense, then you need to counter offer with numbers that make sense for you as an investor, because you're not looking to buy this to live in it. So it doesn't matter what the seller wants, because the seller always wants something that just works for them. But that's not how it works. The thing about creative finance, guys, is when you're doing creative finance, most people are confused, like, what is the benefit for the seller? Well, the benefit for the seller is, number one, you're giving them higher number than anybody else. Nobody is willing to give them that purchase price. That's the only reason you guys are talking about creative finance in the first place. Okay, the only reason you guys are talking about creative finance is because no one else is willing to give them their cash offer, including you. That's why you're bringing up terms, because with terms you can give them their asking price, correct? Okay, the second benefit they have is obviously, that's already a huge benefit. And when you're doing a Newbie method, there is even a second huge benefit, is you're giving them a down payment on terms that nobody else is able to do, okay? So with that being said, it's a trade-off. I give you, you give me. You don't just take and take. So I'm giving you your asking price, I'm giving you a down payment. You need to give me terms that make sense for me in order to be able to be positive cash flow in the back end. If not, there is no deal to be had. There's no deal. So don't chase a deal. Like don't start forcing to create a deal out of a no deal. You gotta make sense. I hope what I'm saying makes sense. Like, focus on actual sellers that are a little bit reasonable. Otherwise, you start coming up with terms that works for the seller just to satisfy the seller's demands, but that's not how it works. You don't make money doing that, all right? Hey, I hope you got a lot of value out of this calls, and leave a comment below. Let me know what your takeaways are. And if you have any questions or comments, just put it down below. My team will put it on my plate and I will answer your questions through videos. And guys, I'll see you on the next video. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, @realestateDiallo. All right, I'll put it in the description below. See you in the next video.